Good morning. Today we will start the first unit of class 12 physics, that is the electrostatics. Now the word itself suggests electro, that means the charge or the electrical charge. And static, that is the electro, and static, that stands for rest. Electrostatics, that means the charge at rest, the study of the branch at which the charge at rest, or we can say that electrostatics, that is the branch of physics at which the charge at rest, the electric charge, is at rest. Rest is known as electrostatic or static electricity. Now here the electric charge, what the one term comes, that is the charge. So how we understand about the electric charge? So see, the electric charge, that is electric charge, it is the property of the matter. It is the property of the matter due to which electrical or related effect is produced in it. That means the electric charge is the property of the matter. Property of the matter. Electric charge is the property of the matter. Which type of property? By which electrical or its related effect, whether the flow of the charge, what the nature, sticking capacity of the charge, stick the one body to the another, that all which itself suggests the electrical related behavior is the such type of property is called the electric charge. So electric charge is the property of the matter, and that property which represents the electrical or related effect, whether the one body has attracted with the other or one body repelled with the other, and that particular nature, character is the due to that property is the charge, electric charge. Now, how we understand, how we come to know that it shows electric charge? That means electric charge itself have the characteristics. So first of all, see the characteristics or the property of the electric charge. Property of the electric charge. Properties of charge. That property we will see one by one. The first property is the quantization. Quantization of charge. Second property is the additivity. Of the charge. Third property is the invariance of the charge. Fourth property is the conservation of charge. And likewise, fifth property that we will see here, that is the line charge repel each other. And next is it has the scalar property, or it is scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. So all about we will study one by one. Now first is the quantization of the charge. See here. What quantization of the charge represent or say quantization of the charge. That is the first property we have taken. The first one is the quantization of charge. The word quantization that represent two sense of this. One is the what about the distribution of the charge in the matter, and the second is the how much the magnitude of the charge on that body. That means it will give the first the arrangement, and second it will give the how much the magnitude it has. So how we understand that? First of all, that is the existence of charge in a body is discrete, not continuous, That is the first sense. What the sense continuous itself says. Now that is the matter, and if the charge is supplied to the matter, and if the charge is arranged by the regular ways, then it is called continuous. It is the line distribution, linear charge distribution, that become the linear charge distribution. Or if we consider any surface, and at that surface if the charge will provided and the charge will arrange accordingly, so on that case it is also the continuous arrangement. If we consider any sphere, on that sphere if we consider the charge, it is also in the particular manner, so that is the continuous shapes, and the distribution of the charge is continuous. Here we have written existence of charge in a body is discrete, not continuous. The first sense of the quantization of the charge. Now, not continuous, that means the body which have the charge may be irregular manner. Maybe the positive charge is somehow here. Now negative is also arranged something here, something like this here. And in between the charges, it is irregular. No pattern has been given. No continuity is there. So that is the quantization of charge. That is one sense. And in magnitude, this quantization of charge, that means the charge is always integral multiple of the basic charge. That is the quantity, and it gives and it has integral multiple of basic charge, that is E, basic charge. So two things it suggests. One, that is the arrangement, another the magnitude value, how much the material, the body contains the charge. So what we say, integral multiple of basic charge, that means that any charge q is equal to whatever may be the plus or minus n e. That n is the integer and e is the basic charge, and basic value of the charge is that is where n is the integer and e the basic value of the charge. Basic value of the charge. That is the value of the charge, that is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So on that we will define the quantization of the charge. We will say the quantization of charge, that is the existence of charge in a body, in a matter that is discrete, not a continuous, and it has the integral multiple of the basic charge. That means the magnitude of the charge is the integral multiple of basic charge, and that is q is equal to plus minus n e. This is the first relation and first equation in this electrostats, and that is the first relation gives that the magnitude of the charge is equal to n e. Now how we understand this magnitude of the charge n e? For that means n is the integer and the basic charge is 1.6. Let's suppose that the value of the charge here, we just arrange something like this. The charge will not move by continuous way. Charge will not move in a continuous way, 0, and then it may be any value. Do not take it as 0. Now, in this particular, the charge will move up to the 1, that is of the n is equal to 1. On that case, its value is the value of e. If it is the n is equal to 2, that the value is equal to 2e. If n is equal to 3, that value is equal to 3e. That means for 1 it has say let's suppose 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 90 coulomb, and for the second it is the 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. For the third it is the 4.8 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Now n is equal to 4, that means it has the 4 of the electron, that is the 4 of the charge, that again it is 6.4 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Now it is not like that, that is the 1.6, so on that case somewhere it is 2 maybe, it is of 2.5 maybe, like this, not so, 2.5 maybe, not so. This shows that the arrangement have the fractional character. So it is not so, it always lie up to the integral multiple of the basic charge, that is 1.6. It is the product of the 16, 32, 48, like this. So the arrangement always of the charge is equal to, that is the NE. So I think that you can understand better that how the charge will be calculated. So the basic charge is important, and that means it gives one more point that the charge, it is note point, the charge cannot exist in fraction. Cannot exist in fraction. Exist in fraction. That we cannot, that is, we cannot represent e by 2 or e by 3 or like that, etc. It is not big. It always like with the basic value. So that is the first property, quantization of charge. Now see the second property. The second property is the additivity of the charge. Additivity of the charge. Of the charge. The word itself shows that is the sum total of the charges. That arrangement, that sum total is like algebraic sum of all the charges. So in this particular we will see algebraic sum of all the charges, That means if we consider the body of that particular, and this body have the charges like this arrangement of certain, that is the discrete. So if we see this one, here the positive charge is 1, 2, 3, 4. And what about the negative charge? That negative charge is the 8. So the net charge Q is equal to, that is plus minus, or we can write here the positive charge of the plus 4 and plus and minus of the here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 3 here minus 8. So that represent the minus of the 4, and that is the additivity of the charges. The charge, both positive and negative, will get added with their sign, and that is called the algebraic sum of all the charges, not other ways. So that is the additivity of the charge. Now next property is the invariance of the charges. Invariance, third one is the invariance of charge. That means the charge do not have any relation with the motion. The total number of charge, whether it is in motion or at rest, is always constant. That is called invariance of the charge. The total number of charge is constant, or charge does not change with the motion of the charge or the observer. Whatever the charge at the motion is the same the charge at rest. Whatever the charge, that always the constant, and it is not concerned with any motion related behavior with the charge itself or by the observer. So on that case we can write charge at rest is equal to charge in motion. So every time the charge is constant, it does not show any relation with the motion, and that is called invariance of the charge. Now fourth is the conservation of charge. That conservation of charge, as we know that in our physics, in the subject we know about the conservation of charge, we know about the conservation. The word conservation comes in many places, that conservation of mass, conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, like that conservation of charge, that of charge. That means charge cannot be created nor destroyed. Whatever the charge in a universe is always constant. That net universe charge in a universe, या total charge in universe is constant or conserved. That is, it cannot be created, nor it can be destroyed. The net value of the charge, the total charge, is always in the whole universe is always constant. Now here we will take some example. That some example very simple is, if we see the reaction of any mass, suppose it is the uranium 92 238 and there is the alpha particle decay. On that case, decay of alpha particle, that is decay of alpha particle, on that case it becomes the thorium of 90 and 234 plus it release the decay of the alpha particle here, that is the H helium 24 plus energy, whatever the released energy. Now what we observe here, that energy, that is it. What we observe here, the whatever the charge earlier, the same charge is after the reaction also, that is 90 plus 2, it is the 92. Charge before the reaction, charge before the reaction, that is 92, and charge after the reaction, again it is 90 plus 2, that is the 90. So the value of the charge when it is under the decay or the splitting, the charge net value is always constant. That is called the conservation of charge. Now in other way we can see that suppose there is the two system of the charge particle and that two suitable particles when rubbed together. Now see the next example to understand the conservation of charge. Now next example, that is the fractional electricity. That means if we do any friction of between the two suitable material, let it be the two suitable material, one the A and another plate is the B. These two are suitable materials. At which when we rub it, it will move like this again and again. On that case, there is the, just for example, if we consider the silk carbonate rod or plastic with the glass, and on that case if we rub these two, on that case some of the charge will move to that of the one body and leave behind the positive one. Now earlier, before rubbing, the net charge is equal to 0. The net charge is 0. Now before rubbing and after rubbing, the sum of the electrons will jump. Sum of the electrons that come to the one body jump to the one body and leave behind is the positive. So after rubbing, we get what? The net value of the charge. The net value of the charge. Now earlier we studied about the additivity of the charge. On that case, it is the sum total of the, let's suppose here is the 3 negative here and 3 positive generated in this particular. The jump of the electron leaving the space, that leaving space is the positive one. These two are the suitable material. When we consider the suitable material, on that case fractional electricity will occur. On that particular we will find the net value of the charge is the +3 plus -3 and that is equal to again 0. So what we observe here, that the net value is always conserved and that is called conservation of the charge. Now next is the like charge repel each other. The fifth properties of the charge is the like charge repel each other. We know that in case of the mass, it is always attractive. But the electrical behavior, on that case, fifth one is the like charge repel each other. And if we see the electroscope, on that case, suppose we have an electroscope that is the like this jar, and in this particular jar, if we take the, we allow the current, allow the charge, here is the 2 plates. These 2 plates, which was earlier just very close to each other, whenever the charge is supplied to this one, the either of the plate get the charge, let it be the gold foil or maybe other metals. On that case, we will see there is the separation or repulsion. And that shows that whatever the charge will move and either of the plate, they have the like behavior, so they repel each other. That is the one example or very fine experimental value that the like charge repel each other and unlike charge attract each other. Or that also we have seen that somewhere when we rub our comb, and that comb when rubbed and come together with the tears of the paper will attract to the attack of the comb, and that represent the unlike charge attract each other and like charge repel each other. That is the one property of the charge. Now next one is the sixth is the it is scalar quantity. It is scalar quantity. That scalar means it only gives the magnitude. It is not concerned with the direction. Scalar, that is the only gives the magnitude. Though the charge will move, if we consider the conventional, on that case it will move from positive to negative. If we consider the electronic, on that case it will move from the negative to the positive. But it does not obey the important point is it does not obey the triangle laws of vector addition. Vector addition. Triangle of vector addition is not obeyed by the charge or the character of the charge, and that is why it is the scalar quantity. The 3 points is important for the triangle of vector addition. It must obey the commutative law, it must obey the distributive law, it must obey the associative law. So all 3 are not followed by the charge particle, so it is the scalar. Though it have a direction, as I told this, if we consider the flow of the charge from positive to negative, that is the conventional. Of high to the low, that means it has the direction, it shows the direction. But that does not obey the triangle law of vector addition, that is the triangle law of vector addition. 3 part is important, that is commutative, associative and the distributive law. So this particular is the scalar quantity. Now I will write some basic nature or basic point of that particular. Basic points are as for the charge particle. Basic points are: number 1, it has the SI unit coulomb. Basic points to remember: number 1, SI unit of charge is coulomb. And is represented by C. And second is the dimension of charge is Q is equal to AT, where A is the ampere current and T is the second. Third is important, it is of 2 types. It is of 2 types. And one is the positive, that is according to the Benjamin Franklin, the scientist, Benjamin Franklin. It is of 2 types, positive charge and negative charge. That charge actually the motion of the electron, but whenever the electron move from one place to another, they leave there is the space, that is the empty space, the acceptance of the another charge, that is considered as positive. Because positive will not move. We know that atoms having the number of positive charge equal to the number of electrons which revolving around this. So these 2 are not under the motion. Positive charge is not under the motion, nucleus is not under the motion. Only the electron will move. Why so? It has the greater mass, it has a large mass. So it will not move, only the electron move. When electron moves somewhere else, it leaves some space, and that is considered as the positive. Because when the electron will move, on that case his body has the excess of charge particle of positive, so it is considered as the positive one. Got the point? By this, Benjamin Franklin has told that the positive and negative, they are the 2 types of the charges, positive and negative. When we consider today for the neutral condition, both have the same number of charges, and when combined together, it behaves as a neutral one. Now, fourth is it is scalar. It also we have seen it is scalar. So these points must be remembered, and in the next session with the charge we go to the Coulomb force and other. Thank you.